Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Data Dialogues podcast. Today, we'll be chatting about 8 strange hobbies you could be a champion at. I am your host, Larissa Bedgood. I head marketing here at PGM. And with me today is Kim Vance, Head of Business Development at PGM. Welcome, Kim.
Hi, Larissa. This should be a fun one.
Yes, when we were putting this together, we found some very fun hobbies. Everyone's got a hobby. Mine is Netflix. No, I'm just kidding. I actually love to do yoga and walk. I love outdoors. You know, those are some of the common hobbies that you might find out there in the world. At PGM, we track hobbies and lifestyle data. It's more the normal stuff that shapes how people live, shop, and spend their weekends. But today, as I mentioned, we're taking a break from the everyday and diving into some truly weird hobbies. Talking about sports where people chase wheels of cheese down a hill, ride bikes through bogs, or hurl old cell phones like Olympians. They're quirky, they're creative, and they prove one thing: humans can turn anything into a competition. So let's dive in. Here are 8 strange hobbies you never knew existed. And who knows, maybe your hidden talent is waiting for you on this list. So Kim, why don't you kick us off?
Sure. Have you ever heard of a sport where losing your shoe isn't just embarrassing, it gets you kicked out of the game? Welcome to swamp football. Yes, indeed, swamp football is exactly what it sounds like. Soccer played knee-deep in mud. Forget the pristine grass pitches with carefully painted lines. Here, the playing field is a bog, sometimes even a swamp, deliberately flooded just for the match. The rules are simple. Spaced loosely on soccer, but with a few quirks. 2 halves, 13 minutes long each, no swapping boots mid-game, and if you lose a shoe in the muck, you're out of the game. Part sport, part survival challenge. The idea for this game came from Finland, where cross-country skiers were looking for an off-season workout, and it stuck, literally. Today, swamp football has grown into a shockingly worldwide mudfest with over 300 teams and their own annual World Cup that pulls in more than 200 squads from around the globe.
Okay, I actually kind of like this one. That one sounds kind of fun, I have to tell you.
We should add this to our next corporate retreat.
Yes, I'm down. I think we would have fun. Okay, this one sounds pretty fun too. This is pancake tossing. I think I would eat the pancakes. But you know, while some people might collect stamps, other people run marathons, there are people who spend their time, throwing around pancakes. And pancake tossing isn't just a kitchen mishap, it's an actual competition. All over the world. That's what's crazy to me. It's all over the world. People are setting records for flipping pancakes higher, further, and faster than anyone else. There are even mass pancake tosses and stunts like tossing while running a marathon. Okay, so there's one where you actually combine running a marathon with tossing a pancake. And the official motto is toss high and toss well. Words to live by. We're recording this in the morning, so I might, maybe toss some pancakes for breakfast. And if you're really serious about it, you've got to make the pilgrimage to Olney, Buckinghamshire. And this is a little English town that has been hosting its pancake race for more than 550 years. The rules are pretty strict. I'm guessing, unlike the previous competition, you are not in the mud. And this is even funnier. Only 25 housewives can enter. So not women, not men. They actually say housewives. They must wear a proper apron and headscarf, and they race 415 yards from the market square to the parish church, all while flipping their pancakes mid-run. Drop it and you're out. The tradition even went international back in 1950 when Olney's housewives took on the ladies of liberal Kansas in a transatlantic pancake showdown. I don't know, Kim, what do you think? Are you game?
My kids have actually done this. There are still marks on my ceiling to prove it.
Oh,
See.
wow. That is fabulous. You need to let them know about this competition.
Yes, there might be a future career in this for them.
Or at the very least, a world record. I think that would be pretty cool.
Well, that leads us to number 6, competitive dog grooming. So, most people think of dog grooming as a chore. We know the dogs certainly don't like it. And as an owner, I don't really like it either. But it's just one of those things you have to get it done. But not everyone sees it that way. Some people actually love it. And there's a whole competition for it. So every year in Hershey, Pennsylvania, groomers from around the world come together for the World Dog Grooming Championships. Judges are looking for clean and unique cuts, dye work, and just about how imaginative you can get with a dog's coat. Some of the pictures are wild, and I have to tell you, I really think the groomers should have to match the dog. So
we have a couple of pictures that we're going to share in the video podcast portion. The one that Kim and I are looking at right now is, I think it's a poodle dressed up as Ronald McDonald with all of the McDonald's characters, I guess, dyed into his coat. It's like Grimace, and I can't remember the other ones, but it's actually really cute and crazy at the same time.
It's a permanent Halloween costume.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. I have to tell you, so I have a Frenchie. I don't need to really groom her, but she does not like getting her nails trimmed. She gets very, very angry. So it's a whole ordeal. But I do have a Halloween costume for her, and she likes to wear it. So that's actually pretty cute. Okay, so this next one is called mobile phone throwing. And not normally something you'd recommend unless you're in the middle of an argument. I know my son had lost his phone multiple times on roller coasters. We live close to Busch Gardens. And of course, then you lose it, the screen shatters. But in Finland, they've turned this into a sport. So every year in a town called Savonlinna, people gather for the mobile phone throwing championship. And yep, it's exactly what it sounds like. Competitors line up, pick up a pile of donated phones, and no, thankfully you can't use your own, and they see how far they can launch them. So some go for the heavy old bricks, others like the light ones, and there's really no science to it. Just pick one up that feels right in your hand, and I guess chuck it. And these throws, believe it or not, aren't small. The world record is over 110 meters, and that's actually more than a football field. That is crazy. Wow. Yeah.
For a phone.
And if straight up distance isn't your thing, there's even a freestyle category. I think that would be kind of fun. And that's where you can get a little artistic with your throw. Maybe you have a spin move, over the top theatrics, anything goes. Whatever you want, just chuck your phone.
Are you seeing the trend that Finland is creating a lot of these events?
Exactly. Finland has some other wacky things going on as well. I think those people just have a love of life and anything goes.
That might require a trip.
So. Yeah, exactly. I'm down.
That leads us into number 4, which I still can't get my head around, but bog snorkeling on a bike. So, if plain old bog snorkeling feels a little too, pedestrian for you, don't worry. We humans have found a way to make it even more ridiculous. There is a competition called bog snorkeling on a bicycle. So, in case you're not familiar, bog snorkeling itself started in Wales. So, essentially, it starts with a trench, about 55 meters long, dug into a peat bog. It's muddy. You can't see a thing, and you have to use a snorkel to swim to the end. But then someone, probably from Finland, said, what if we added bikes? And that's how we got World Mountain Bike Bog Snorkeling Championships. Every year, competitors suit up, they grab a bike, and they pedal through 2 meters of cold, smelly bog water. Yep, they pedal through mud with a snorkel. And it's not just show up with your mountain bike and go. Oh no, there is a lot of preparation. You have to fill the bike frame with lead and put water in your tires and weights in your saddlebag so you don't float. You have to do anything you can not to float away. Competitors wear wetsuits, they wear weight belts, and of course their snorkels. And just to add to it, as if that's not enough, once you slog your way to the end, it's not over. You got to turn around and come back.
That is the craziest. I mean, I kind of like the whole mud bog thing earlier because I'm picturing kind of like a spa treatment, the mud's good for the skin. I don't think I have the right vision. And this one, I'd want to dress up. Like I'd wear a cute little pink tutu or something like that. I don't think I would even be able to lift my bike though if it's filled with lead and weights and all that.
Yeah, they clearly don't have Netflix there.
Exactly. Like I said, Netflix and yoga, those are my hobbies. Okay, so this next one, I feel like most of us have kind of heard something about this. And it's kind of funny because I want to say, before, yes, even Netflix, before TikTok, and even before TV, people had to come up with their own entertainment. And sometimes that meant throwing themselves down a hill after a wheel of cheese. And this, my friends, is cheese rolling. So every year in Gloucestershire, England, locals and thrill seekers gather at Cooper's Hill. At the top, a hefty double Gloucester cheese, which weighs about 7 to 9 pounds. And at the bottom is, of course, the finish line. And in between, a very steep hill. The rules are simple. Someone rolls the cheese and everyone else chases it. First one across the line wins. So it may sound easy until you realize the cheese can actually hit speeds of 70 miles per hour. That is crazy. And spoiler, nobody actually catches the cheese because if somebody was going to run 70 miles per hour, that is a amazing world record in itself. So instead, competitors usually end up tumbling, bouncing, or just flat out cartwheeling their way down the hill. And yeah, with that means broken ankles, dislocated shoulders, broken bones of all sorts, I'm sure. I guess that's just part of the tradition. So in 2013, they actually swapped the cheese for a foam replica to make it safer. The next year, that was just not cutting it. So they went back to the real thing. Because what's the point of cheese rolling if you don't have the cheese? And the grand prize, yep, it was the cheese. Very cool.
If it wasn't for the broken bone risk, I'd probably do this one.
Yeah.
Well, next year, Gloucester cheese.
Exactly. I like it. Okay, I think we're coming in at number 1. What do we have?
Okay, number 1, wife carrying. So here we are, back to Finland again. And welcome to the sport of wife carrying. So legend says that this sport started in the late 1800s with a brigand named Rosvo Ronkanen. Part of his whole quote unquote job interview process for new recruits to his gang was to prove you could steal a woman and run fast with her. Today, it has been turned into a sport, and the modern version is a 250-meter dash with a woman on your back. Now, it doesn't have to be your wife, just a female. Sounds charming. Anyway, it's not just in Finland anymore. Apparently, there are competitions all over the world, including the United States and Canada. In fact, every October, Maine hosts the North American Wife Carrying Championship. Oh, and the prize? In the original Finnish version, you won your wife's weight in beer.
Oh, wow. The hobbies that are out there. And with that wraps up our round of strange hobbies that maybe if you practice, you could actually be a champion at. Cheese rolling sounded kind of fun. Foam throwing, snorkeling on a bike. We do not track that at PGM. But it does show people will compete just about everything. What PGM does track, though, are the everyday hobbies and lifestyle interests: gardening, cooking, fitness, do-it-yourself projects, outdoor recreation. Until next time, keep it curious, keep it playful, and of course, stay data-driven.